All right. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Bauer Family High School Voice Studio first masterclass of the 2021 season here at Houston Grand Opera. We look a little different this year as we are online and not at our beautiful Wortham Center in Houston, Texas, but technology has afforded us a wonderful opportunity of bringing in a dear friend of mine and a fabulous soprano, Janai Brugger. She is the 2012 winner of Operalia and the Metropolitan National Council auditions. Last season, she performed the role of Clara in Porgy and Bess at the Metropolitan Opera, as well as Washington National Opera. Performing both operatic and concert repertoire, Miss Brugger has most recently performed the Fourth Symphony, Mahler's Fourth Symphony with the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, and Elgar's The Kingdom with the American Symphony Orchestra at Carnegie Hall. During these unprecedented times, she has adapted, like many in the industry, so well. And you can see her in a variety of different video performances, such as apartment arias for Cincinnati Opera, LA Opera's at-home concerts, guest on Lawrence Brown Lee's video series, The Sit Down with LB, Live with Carnegie Hall highlights, as well as other things. Just get out there and see where she's been. She's been doing all sorts of wonderful online performances. And it is a huge honor to have her here as our master teacher for our students with the Bauer Family High School Voice Studio. I do want to thank the Bauer Family Foundation for making this program possible. Our students get voice lessons, master classes, access to industry professionals all year round with the school year at no cost to them, as well as the opportunity to compete for scholarships for college, and even access to get funds going out to see what their college experiences could be with college visits. So we are very, very thankful to the Bauer Family Foundation for making it possible. So thank you all of you who are watching us on Facebook Live right now. And I'm going to pass it over to Ms. Brugger and our first student, Jackie Hickman.
Hi, everybody out there, and hello, Miss Jackie. It's so wonderful to be on here. It's so good to see Alyssa. I haven't seen her in years, so I'm honored to be here. I definitely don't consider myself a master of anything, but I am honored to hopefully offer some advice and good feedback for you guys who are singing for me today, and I thank you for doing that. We will just jump right in. If you could just announce the piece that you're going to sing for me and for everybody else, and we can just get started.
Hi, my name is Jackie Hickman. I will be singing song number 2 from Cinco Canciones Negras, Punto de Habanera by Xavier Monsalvache. La niña criolla pasa con su merengue blanco. ¡Qué blanco! Hola, crespondida espuma, marineros contempladla, mojadita de lunas que les en su piel mulata. Niña, no te quis, tan solo por esa tarde quisiera mandar al agua, que no se escape de pronto de la cárcel de tu falda, tu cuerpo encierra esta tarde, rumor de brisa y de dalia. Niña, no te quis, tu cuerpo de fruta estar, dormido en fresco brocado. Tu cintura vibra fina, con la nobleza de un látigo, toda tu piel alegre, a limón y a naranjo. Los marineros te miran y se te quedan mirando. La niña criolla pasa con su merengue blanco. ¡Qué blanco!
Brava! That was beautiful. Thank you. Oh my gosh, and you're singing that at 10:30 this morning. That was gorgeous.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah?
I've been working on it for a while. It's
Yeah.
difficult to keep the elongated vowel on the top, but yeah.
No, you did a great job. You did a great job. So how do you, let's talk about the breath. How are you feeling right before you start singing? If you could, as best as you can, stand back just a little bit so I can see what's happening here with your breath. Okay. Now go ahead and, as if you're about to sing, you don't have to press the recording, but right before you start your first phrase, I just want to see what's happening with the breath there. So let me see if you can put your one hand kind of like right here and another in your back.
Yeah.
Okay, and go ahead and take your first deep breath for me. What do you feel happening there?
My rib cage is expanding outwards.
Perfect. Do you feel the back expanding as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do you feel that like right below your hand as well, that more of that is like kind of opening out? God, I'm gonna do the best I can to you know, like, I don't know if you can see, but you feel like all of this kind of expansion here. Okay, good. So let's start again. I know it's kind of hard to do with a recording, so that's going to be a little strange, but we'll just go ahead and wing it the best we can. Already forming the vowel la niña criolla pasa. Already with that ah vowel, I want you to put your one hand here on your, yes, exactly what we were doing. And already 2 bars before you start to come in, already start forming with that shape already with the vowel ah. La niña criolla pasa, whatever, however the notes go there. So let's just start there and we'll just keep going.
At the beginning or the first verse?
Beginning, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. La niña criolla pasa con su miriñague blanco. ¡Qué blanco! Hola que son de tu espuma, marineros contempladla, mamadita de lunas que leas en su piel mulata.
Okay, excellent. It's gonna be so hard to stop and go with that. How did that feel?
It felt good.
Okay, so what I heard, and I don't know if anybody else did, I can't see you, of course, but what I heard with that is that right when you started, it wasn't so much of an attack on the onset. Do you know what I mean? So that you weren't caught by surprise. Because what happens usually sometimes with singers, myself included, is like we're almost holding our breath before we start to sing. And so then we don't have time to phonate and vibrate on that first note. So it's like, la niña, not that you did that, but it's like you just almost feel like you're holding your breath. So what I was saying, like give yourself 2 bars, and if you get it up to even faster later, if you want to keep going with that, this is a good tempo, but if you want to push it just a hair faster, you just giving yourself that time to settle into your breath. You want to feel really grounded. Yes, that was good. I can already see that there. And nerves happen too. So like when you're nervous, everything kind of just holds. You want to just feel that release and feel everything is just completely relaxed all the way around. Okay, let's start it again, and we'll keep going with that same thing in mind. And let me think of what else. What are you feeling with this song? Are you feeling like you're watching somebody? Are you, what do you feel the character is?
So like I'm more of a narrator of this young girl walking on like the piers of a dock or whatever, and like sailors are kind of like objectifying her, and like I'm watching her and telling her like it's okay, you're okay, and then she like gets away at the end, but
it's okay. I know, it's so weird, isn't it? Right, so are you, so at the beginning, gosh, I'm going to throw so many things at you because I only have 20 minutes. All right, if you can give me, now that you have the breath in your head already, give me more of the text as if you're telling the story. Yeah, so tell more of the story. Give me a little bit more of the text if you can, a little bit crisper on the consonants. But let's go ahead and just keep going. If I need to stop you, I will, with other stuff that comes to my head. I don't want to give you too much all at the beginning. Okay, so go ahead.
All right. La niña criolla pasa con su miriña Hola que esconde tu espuma, marineros contempladla, la mojadita de lunas que les en su piel mulata. Niña, no te quedes, tan solo por esta tarde quisiera mandar al agua, que no se escape de pronto de la cárcel de tu falta, tu cuerpo encierra esta tarde, rumor de precede Dalia.
Okay, let's stop there. Yay! That's sounding so much better.
Thank
Are you feeling that? Yeah.
Mhm.
So with that time around, I heard a lot more of where the phrase is going. So it doesn't seem like so 4 bars here, 4 bars here. It actually sounded like there was an arc there, which is great. Do me a favor, just whisper the text. Just La niña criolla pasa. In rhythm, of course, but just speaking it crispy and whispering for me real quick.
La niña criolla pasa con su mirinaje blanco.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
Que blanco.
One more.
De tu espuma, marineros contemplar la mojadita de lunas que les en su piel mulata.
Perfect. Just start singing that line. You don't even need to play the music. Just sing it right from the beginning where you just did that.
Okay.
La niña criolla pasa.
La niña criolla pasa con su mirinaje blanco. Que blanco. Hola, que esconde tu espuma, marineros contemplad la mojadita de lunas que les en su piel mulata.
Yes, that was good. A lot more clarity with the diction there. And I got a little bit more personality with the character. So even with a song like this, where it's hard to tell where the melody actually kind of changes, what you have to do as the performer is not make it all sound the same. So that's whispering the text helps with just getting the feel of where the words are. You want it to be forward, especially when it's in a different language, Spanish. When it forward, crisp, clear, so that we can get the consonants and the vowels. But it also kind of, when you start whispering it, you get a little bit more feel of how you want to deliver each line. You know, are you going to be loud here, soft here, more playful here? Which words do you want to feel like you're going to bring out more than the other? So just so that it sounds different each time, so that the audience feels like you're telling us a story. You know, you have such a gorgeous voice. So let's see a little bit more of the personality. Like if you're talking to your friend, you know, who's walking by and these sailors are hooting and hollering at her and you're like, it's fun. You know, and she's like, are you serious? You know, but you want to like kind of convince her, like, it's okay. Like, it's fine. You know, like whether you think so or not in real life. But in this context, you want to kind of convince her, like, don't worry. Look at your skirt. It's so white. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty and all poofy. And oh my gosh, your skin is so pretty. And the sun, the way, like, you just trying to kind of making her feel better. So give me a little bit more of that so they can see your personality a little bit more and a little bit more of the character of like you telling the story. Okay. Do you want to start from where you left off or do you want to start from the beginning? What's easier for you?
I think I can start where I left off.
Great. Keep going. Yeah, let's do it. I think we have 10 minutes, so we're good.
Niña, no te quedes, tan solo por esta tarde quisiera mandar al agua, que no se escape de pronto de la cárcel de tu falta, tu cuerpo encierra esta tarde, rumor de brisa de Dalia. Niña, no te quedes, tu cuerpo de... Ooh, I messed up on that.
That's okay.
Wrong part.
That's all right. I'm going to make faces at you as if I'm your friend. So that you can just play with me. Where I'm like walking by, uncomfortable. I want you to convince me that everything's going to be okay. One thing I like that you're kind of doing, I want you to bring out more, is that niña, no te quejes, no te quejes. Don't fret. It's kind of like this little portamento, and you don't want to go it's like that, but lean a little bit more on the case. No te case. Don't worry, it's fine. So I'll make fun of myself and give you crazy faces so you can make me feel better.
La niña criolla pasa con su miriñaque blanco. ¡Qué blanco! Hola, respondete espuma, marineros contempladla, mojadita de lunas que les en su piel mulata. Niña, no te quis, tan solo por esa tarde quisiera mandar al agua, que no se escape de pronto de la cárcel de tu falta, tu cuerpo encierra esta tarde, rumor de brisa y de dalia. Niña, no te quis, tu cuerpo de fruta está, dormido en fresco brocado. Tu cintura vibra fina, con la nobleza de un látigo, toda tu piel alegre, a limón y a naranjo. Los marineros te miran y se te quedan mirando. La niña criolla pasa con su miriñaque blanco. ¡Qué blanco!
That was great. That was so much fun. Now I got completely more of what's happening in this story. How did you feel that time?
I felt good. I messed up the words because I was like watching your face.
But that's good. That's good because that means you're just letting go of everything else.
Yeah.
No, that was fantastic. You have such a great smile.
Thank
you. I was actually starting to feel like, okay, all right, I guess. You know what I love at the end when she's on that M? What do you think she's doing there? Is she kind of like, as if you're like poking her? Thank you, Miss Brown. We got 5 minutes. If you're poking her, like,
she's like skipping away, like kind of like she's fine and she's like walking away from them. Yeah.
Right. So I want that ending to be just a lot more freer. You have those, I don't know, even if you're behind the recording, I don't care. I want you to make that like you're just ending it like it's like, come on, let's go talk to them. Maybe one of them is really cute. Let's go get their number. You want to convince me, like, come on, let's go. Like, so because you're already doing it so well, I just think that would just wrap it up even nicer. Like, just and it's hard to do humming, you want to keep still that space even when you're doing a so as if you're but feel all the space here lifted that's going this way and not shooting out this way. You want it all to be vertical, everything relaxed. I don't know what what note is. Ooh. Do you have the note? That's good. Yes. Now try to do it. Can you do it with more like this, just for fun? Keeping all this relaxed here. That's beautiful, Jackie. There's a lot of height there. How did that feel? Did it feel tight or anything?
No. The high note is a bit hard to resonate on, but it feels good.
So you have to think, you want to give a lot of space on that E, because you're right, it is.
Yeah.
So you can even sing it on an A vowel first. Good. Now, keeping that space, try to just close your lips. Beautiful.
Thank you.
That was gorgeous. Let's just end it. Can you, I don't know if you, can you rewind it a few seconds back, or do you want to just do it a cappella? Just so you can end it on that.
Cada pasa con su miriña que blanco, que blanco.
Yay! That's fantastic. Yeah. Thank you for being open to trying stuff. And yeah, I think in general, just find out how the phrase is, where it ends, how you want to shape each one so that it doesn't sound the same.
Yeah.
Practice in front of a mirror as if you're talking to your best friend, and how you want to, you know, bring out different colors and shapes with each verse so it doesn't all sound the same. And then again with that humming, that was great. It was nice and full, round, even in a closed. It got a lot more height there. It was beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Thank you so much. Yay! Not sure who's next. Who do I have next?
I believe it is me now.
Jude, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Groovy. Can't wait to hear you sing this. What are you singing for us?
I'll be singing Ici-Bas by Forêt.
Wonderful. Okay, whenever you're ready.
All right, good deal. Hello, my name is Jude. Today, I'll be singing Ici-Bas by Forêt.
Playing from iPhone.
Ici-bas, tous les lilas verts, tous les chants des oiseaux sont courts. Je rêve aux étés qui demeurent toujours. Ici-bas, les lèvres s'effleurent, souriant le ciel velours. Je demeure toujours. Ici-bas, tous les hommes pleurent, les amitiés ou les amours. Je rêve au couple qui demeure, au couple qui demeure. Qui
Bravo, Jude. That was wonderful. How do you feel?
I felt it was all right. But
it was better than all right. No, it's a beautiful voice you have. Wow. And not easy to sing this early. You did great. Yeah. So tell me in your own words, what is this about?
So Ici-Bas is here below. And this is basically someone, or myself, singing out, like, you know, I guess to God or whoever. It's like here below on earth, things are dying, things are happening. The first line there, ici-bas, tous les lilas meurent, tous les chants des oiseaux sont courts. That one, he's saying that like all the lilacs die, which I believe lilacs are birds. And he's talking about how like, you know, all the birds' songs, they're dying, they're slowly going out. And I long for a summer, I believe. I long for a summer where like all the songs will be loud and they'll be you know, joyous. And then
kind of feels like our situation now, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And then this, and then he's. They also talk about how lips. You know, people are kind of having falling outs and stuff like that. Love's kind of going away, and he's saying that like you know the lips of two people are coming apart, and that they long for a time to where the lips will separate no more, to where you know you're with your loved one all the time. And the last one is here. All men are weeping. And like everyone is like crying for friends and family and all this stuff, and that they long for a time to where they don't really have to deal with that anymore.
Wow, what an amazing poem, and also what an advantage for you in that you're kind of living in some way. You can draw on your own experiences right now with everything that's happened, lockdowns and stuff, to really bring this out, which I think is incredible, because that's kind of what art is, right? It's bringing aspects of our own lives into what we're doing that helps us deliver the message, or to feel maybe what the poet was feeling and what the composer was feeling when they read it. So how it starts, does it seem hopeful to you?
No, it does not seem hopeful to me.
You don't seem hopeful. Okay.
Except for that last part, the because that's where at those parts of the verses, that's where he's like, but I long for this, you know, and he's like, he has hope at the end of that.
Exactly. So what I want from you, because I think it'll help get loose with some of this stuff, is I want you to forget that you're singing for me or for anybody else. Like you're just in your room by yourself and you're just feeling like, God, I want to like go see my friends. I want whatever your personal, whatever you want to draw on personally. I'm not going to tell you, but I want to feel that as an audience. We want to feel that because you lead, believe it or not, you're going to lead what's happening underneath you. We want to feel and see it in your face, in your body. Like, ooh, is this going to be a hopeful song? Is this what's he going through? Or, like, we want to feel before you even open your mouth what's going to happen. And you can feel that immediately when the piano starts to play. What do those chords, those notes mean? It's chromatic in some ways, right? Mm-hmm. It's like a little bit of hope, but not sure. It's just, there's nothing is secure. Nothing is 100%. This is going to happen or not, right? Yes. So give us that before you even start to sing. And already, like I was telling Jackie, Isiba, you already had a beautiful, relaxed jaw that I saw. Give me a little bit more so that you're already Isiba, like really that first word there, Isiba. Nice long E, so that's not like Isiba, not that you did that, but it's just Isiba, right on the breath. Okay, so let's just start. I know it's so hard to do when you don't have someone actually playing that we can start and go. So we'll just do the best we can here. But go ahead, already take your time. When you're ready, you start. When you already have in your head and in your body how you want us to feel when you start this.
All right. You gonna play the track as well?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Chants des oiseaux sont courts. Chers vos étés qui demeurent toujours. Ici-bas, les lèvres s'effleurent, souriant les
Ici pas tous les hommes pleurent, les amitiés ou les amours. Je rêve au couple qui demeure, au couple qui demeure. Qui demeure
Wow, I actually got teary-eyed. Oh, that was beautiful. Did you feel that release? Did you
I
feel
did,
different this
yes.
time? So many things changed this time around. And for those of you that are listening, I hope you heard and saw that there is a lot more pain there. I got a lot more of what you're going through and leaving wondering if is this going to change? Is there hope? Like I felt that. That was beautiful. Really good delivery. I loved on the third page, where it gets mezzo forte. Everything changed. You know, ici bas tous les hommes pleurent. Like it's building up. I can see that frustration, and that's fantastic. And what I wanted to get through, because I know that's a crazy part for tenors and sopranos, and that that the demeure. So there's that crescendo. Je rêve. What are you saying? Do you remember what those words are? Je rêve au couple qui demeure.
It's isn't it where like all the men are dying? We're losing our friends.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's painful, right? Like, ugh, it's the last thing. Here below, all men weep over their friendships or their loves. I dream of couples who remain forever, you know? So let's try to get, oh gosh, I wish I could. I know you can't rewind and stop and all that. So I guess we'll just have to keep going. The breath is really even and released. It sounds like that. What I want you to do is give me more of the vowels, just nice long vowels. Whatever. I don't know all the notes here. Because you're giving me the great short, crisp consonants, which I can hear. I just want even more on the vowels. You can keep it vibrating, keep the air spinning so that it doesn't get short-ended, you know, when you're putting in the consonants. So, I wonder if you could do without, do you have the C sharp in your head? Like the first note without having to play it? There you go. Okay. Try singing just on the vowels without the consonants. I want you to get a nice deep breath, feel grounded. And already with that E formation forming when you take your breath, feel everything expand and relax here and down, right? Just on vowels, just for a little bit. You don't have to play the recording.
Okay.
Do it again with the consonants. Start.
Okay. Ici pas tous les lilas meurent, tous les chants des oiseaux sont courts.
Gorgeous. Now the next line, do the same thing, just the vowels and then with the consonants.
Right.
Je rêve. Beautiful. Now with the text there, with the consonants. Je rêve.
Je rêve aux étés qui demeurent toujours.
Beautiful. I got a lot more phrasing there in the line. How did that feel?
It felt
exhausting.
more connected. to me, it felt more connected, or it just made sense in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's great. That's exactly it. And I'm glad that you were tired. You're like, because that means you're working, and that's what you want to be doing, right? You got to be working. You got to feel exhausted after you're done. Like, woo! It's a marathon getting that breath. That was beautiful. Let's keep going because I want to get to that tricky spot right there. So it seems to be working. Start again just on the vowels. Allow yourself to take your time to get your breath connected there. And just on the vowels. From the ici-bas, les lèvres effleurant sans rien.
Okay.
That verse.
Oh, keep going. Okay.
Yeah. Now go back to that second verse and put the consonants in. That was beautiful.
Ici-bas, les lèvres effleurent, son rien se lève lourd. Je rêve au baiser qui demeure toujours.
And keep going.
On just the vowels next?
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Okay, we only have 5 minutes. So I want to do that third verse where it gets all more the mezzo forte. When first time we get the mezzo forte, try to put those consonants in, and keep that line that you're doing with the vowels. I want to see what happens.
Okay. Ici-bas, tous les hommes pleurent, les amitiés ou les amours. Je rêve au couple qui demeure.
Okay, stop. That was already fantastic. Do me a favor. Even though you're getting all hyped up, you're doing so good with the phrasing and everything. Ici-bas, tous les hommes pleurent. Don't remember where the stress is on the syllable. So you don't want to go pleure, because it'll help. You know, you're backing off just a pleure, la 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 la. Je rêve, la 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 la. Feel like the energy is speeding up. I want to just get through that one part there. Just feel that air just constantly spinning. Don't be afraid of it. Just let go. So try once again from that third section there. Ici-bas. Energize.
Ici-bas, tous les hommes pleurent.
Gorgeous. Keep going.
Les amitiés ou les amours.
Get a nice breath.
Élève au couple qui demeure. Au couple qui demeure.
That was great, Jude. Do me one more favor. I want you to just let go. So when you get that, do big sweeping motions with your arm so that you just let go. Let it go. Be that amazing tenor that we're all crazy about in the story.
All right.
Let it go. Go ahead.
Je lève au couple qui demeure.
It's okay. It's okay if you crack. Oh, 2 minutes. Okay. One more time. It's okay because it's
All
just
right.
it's changing. It's a leap there. So keep the vowels in your head. Je rêve au couple qui demeure. So you don't want to have to over modify. Everything's right there. Je rêve au couple qui demeure. Think more ah.
Okay.
So one more time.
Je lève au couple qui demeure.
Try doing Damara.
Demara.
Some
Okay.
name. Damara.
Right.
Try that one more time, singing Damara, just on that. Damara.
Je lève au couple qui demeure.
Yeah. I mean, it still sounded the same. But, okay, let's finish up. We only got 2 more minutes. That's beautiful. I want you to keep working with that because once you get your air and your breath connected there, I know it's like maybe psychologically you're going, here comes that note because I know I do it, but you want to feel completely grounded and free and flexible. So keep practicing on those vowels like you were doing, and then bring in, our time's up, and then bring in the consonants. That was absolutely gorgeous, Jude. This is a great, great song for you. I hope you keep working on this. It's gorgeous. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yay. Oh, the time goes by so fast. Hi, Samantha.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Okay.
Wunderbar. What are you singing for me?
Okay, so first of all, I want to address, so in the program, it says that my piece is by Goethe, but it's by Edvard Grieg. So sorry about that.
That's all right. Thank you for clarifying.
Hi, my name is Samantha Poppy, and I'll be singing Zur Rosenzeit by Edvard Grieg. If das Rosen meine Liebe trug euch nicht, hütet Acht im Hoffnungslosen, dem der Gram die Seele bricht. Denk ich trauert, als ich hinge an die Hing, auf das erste Küssen lauert, frisch zu meinem Garten ging. Alle Blüten, alle Früchte, noch zu deinen Füßen trug, und vor deinem Angesichte Hoffnung in dem Herzen schlug. Mir verblüht süße Rosen, meine Liebe trug euch nicht, hütet Acht im Hoffnungslosen, dem der Gram die Seele bricht.
Wow. Bravo.
We don't have an accompaniment anymore. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. But you know what? I didn't even notice because I was so entranced by your performance that I was like, oh, I didn't hear a last chord, but that was still good. How'd that feel?
It felt good. I think it felt good. Other than that, mishap there. I think I just
No worries.
going.
Yeah. So tell us, for those who are not familiar with this piece, what is this about?
Well, this piece is about lamenting for a love that was lost, basically. So I
Mhm.
was in love with someone, but I couldn't keep the love alive. I mean, at first it seems like talking to roses. I'm saying that, you are weeping, sweet roses. My love couldn't sustain you. So for me, I think of the roses as like my love. And so
Mhm.
this person, I put so much into this relationship, and it just didn't work out. And so now I'm weeping and I'm just lamenting for the loss of this amazing relationship.
Yeah. Oof. Man. Absolutely. Yeah. So this is one of my favorite pieces. The thing about this, the German is a very active language, right? Yeah. So one of the things I want you to do, because you sing it so beautifully already, is give me more of the text. The text here is just so, I guess the only way I could describe it is just like delicious. It's just so yummy. You get the ending consonants, but also give me the beginning, like how you start each word. Let me hear ihr verblüht, süße Rosen, so that you're putting the stresses on the right part of the syllable there. But even energizing at the beginning, those beginning consonants, excuse me, because I get the ending, which is fantastic. I want to hear also the beginning as well. It's so active that it's just like I was doing also with Jackie, having her whisper. So go ahead and just whisper just a little bit louder, ihr verblüht, but put the energy behind it as if you're speaking to these roses, you're whispering to it.
Ihr verblüht, süße Rosen, meine Liebe trug euch nicht. Blühtet ach dem Hoffnungslosen, dem Diagramm die Seele bricht.
So right there already, very good. Liebe. What is that word?
Love.
So yeah, so you got to lean on that Liebe, and they give you a half note there, right? Because it's bring it out, girl. But that meine Liebe, my love, trug euch nicht. Gone. Blüht. So you're doing very good with the umlaut. Blüht. It's a pain, right?
Yes.
So I know with the recording, whatever, when you have a pianist, they'll be a lot more, flexible when you're working with someone next to you. But that blüht, it's like that.
Yeah.
You can give a little bit of a guttural dem is closed, right? Dem Hoffnungslosen, very long losen, dem Diagramm die Seele bricht. It's very closed, right? Die Seele bricht. So I want you to enjoy the words a lot more, because I know that you know what you're saying. You did the homework, which is fantastic. Is you know what you're saying, and I can see that, and you told me. So now I want you to just play with it a little bit more.
Okay.
Let's start it over. It's up to you if you want to use the recording or not. I thought you did fantastic without it.
I thought my speaker died, but it just paused itself. Don't know how.
It happens, welcome to 2020.
Yeah.
The technology, but
I think it should have worked.
Yeah, go ahead and start. And just give me a little bit more.
It just disconnected from my speaker.
Yeah. So give me a little bit more text like you were doing when you start. And also you get these wonderful hairpins, don't you? In each phrase is almost like that. Yeah, fair blue. Enjoy those more. If you have the music in front of you, you can look at it, but look at where those hairpins are and bring those out just a little bit more, what those mean to you.
I'm going to play it from my phone, so just let me know if it's...
What you need to do, that's fine.
Ihr verblüht, süße Rosen, meine Liebe trug euch nicht. Blühet ach dem Hoffnungslosen, dem Diagramm die Seele bricht.
Nice. How'd that feel?
That felt so much better. I felt like I connected more because it had friction there to work with. And like,
that's great. Great. I want you to keep running with that as we continue. If you can do even more, I know it's so hard being so early in the morning, but if you can just give me even more colors, if you can. There's so much with what's happening in this text, like right when it starts. How are you feeling right when you start? Are you agitated? Are you exhausted? Are you sad? What are you feeling? What's your subtext there?
I was thinking more just like shocked and exhausted, I guess. Maybe like the breakup just happened, and so I'm just like,
great. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Let us feel that. Like you're just in disbelief. You're fabulous. That's painful. That's what those hairpins kind of feel like. You're just like,
yeah.
It's just almost too painful, you know? So let's give us a little bit more of that. I'm going to let you start it again and we'll just keep going. When you get to the second part, the poco piumoso, lead a little bit more if you can. I know you have a recording, but if you can lead that, what's happening in you, what are you feeling? Give us more of that energy. You know, like that, like bring it out without compromising, of course, your sound.
Yeah. So from the beginning and then
yes,
through
please.
the poco piumoso?
Yeah, just keep going. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Let me see it in your face right at the beginning. Gorgeous. Okay, stopper. Nice. Woo! That opening was fabulous. I felt that. That was painful. Like, oh, very good. So now you get to this tricky part where, because I remember when I was singing this, like, I think I laid on the floor. I was exhausted. I was like, there's still another verse of this? I can't. It's tiring, right? So this Yena Taga, it's Pumo, so you're starting out soft, but we got to get to this big crescendo, right? This explosion. What are you saying there? Do you know what the words are there?
I'm kind of describing like what I did. So it's like, you know, I think sadly of that day when I was joined with you and I'm calling my lover Angel. So it's like reminiscing on the better days.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's feel that. You're like, oh, like, I can't believe this is over. Like, don't you remember when we were like taking walks over here and doing this and having fun? Like, what do you mean it's over? You know, like, let's feel this, like this anxiety, but I want to see more relaxing here because I can feel, even though, which is amazing that you're starting to feel what the text is giving you. You want to make sure that still everything, which is so hard as singers, because you start to feel it. And then you realize your breath is starting to rise up and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, so you can give more, but the power is not here. The power is obviously your diaphragm, right? Yeah. That's where that power is. That's what's leading. So always be connected. If you want to put your hand right there where you're on your tummy there and diaphragm,
I can't see,
allow yourself. Yeah. Allow yourself that time to really breathe. If you want to play the recording, you can or not, but jene Tage denk ich trauernd, als ich angle, open. So nothing like this. Hing, not hing. So I want you to feel everything just relaxed. One of my favorite words is knispchen. Because like, whew, that's a word, isn't it? Auf das erste Knipschen lauernd. Enjoy those words a little bit more. Let me see. I think she said I have a few. Okay, we're good on time so far. So let's start from the Pumoso again.
Okay.
Remember to keep everything relaxed here, even though the adrenaline is building. You still want to keep. We don't want to see anything happening here.
Yeah.
We just want to hear like, oh, and see it on your face what's going on, but not compromising there. Okay, is that a good place for you to start?
I think so. Yeah. Here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Und vor deinem Angesichte Hoffnung in dem Herzen schlug.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Samantha. Yeah, that's fabulous. How did that feel?
Yeah, I think I was worried that if I open my because that's so much in my passaggio, I was worried that if I open my mouth more that it would like crack or like I would like overblow it, but it actually felt much more free and it was really nice. Like
oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, the sound was just like it resonated.
Absolutely. And even when you're practicing, and if you crack, that's okay. Those transitions, it's normal to crack sometimes when you're first learning something and starting out because it's a transition. So, and you want to hear where that break is so that you know what you need to work on. But I heard no cracking whatsoever, and it was more, at least on my end, more color, more resonance, vibration, clearer, deeper. You know, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Girl, okay. 16 years old. Wow. Yeah. So I can't imagine you singing this and when you're 20. I mean, there's already that is very hard. That Hoffnung in dem Herzen schlug. That's a low C. And it was very clear and very resonant I didn't hear any pressure or anything. That was fantastic. So also in this middle section, alle Blüten, alle Früchte, more of the diction there and energy on those beginning consonants. No, that lean, that noch zu deinen Füßen drück, you know, like that. Give me a little bit more on those slurs there. What does that mean to you? You don't have to tell us right now. Whatever that means to you, no, whatever that is, if it's painful. Let's see if we can go. I don't know if you can find it, or if you want to just start from the Pumoso and go again. Yeah. I don't know. We got 5 minutes. I want to end with a bang because you're doing so fantastic. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Und vor deinem Angesichte Hoffnung in dem Herzen schlug. Ihr verblüht, süße Rosen, meine Liebe trug euch nicht. Blühtet auch dem Hoffnungslosen, dem die Gram die Seele bricht.
Yeah, that was so good. I think I have like 3 minutes with you. What are you feeling when she gets back to the Earfebluet after all this Pumoso stuff? Is it just settling into reality?
I think so. Maybe it's kind of like going through like the stages of grief, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like shock, and you go through all these different emotions, and eventually it gets to acceptance of what happened, and trying
This
your
is where
best.
we're at. Right. So what you need to do is find a way to make that different than how you started. Is
Okay.
it even softer? You get one of the, you get all this Pumoso and it gets loud, and then look. I don't know how soft you can sing it. Still supported, of course. You can play with that in the practice room or whatever with your teacher, but find whatever that is for you and try to just make sure that that's different than how you started, because you're such a good storyteller already. I can see it in your face. I can see it in your body. It's fantastic. So now it's just adding on extra fun layers to make it even more Samantha's. So make it your own. This is a great piece for you. I hope you keep working on this because it's absolutely stunning. Play with it, go through and see where you want to bring certain things out, what her reality is, what the pain is. Where do you get to show that? Where is the composer letting you see that? And then of course, just remember to keep vowels long, the consonants energized, and just keep going from there. You're fantastic. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful.
Wow.
Wonderful. This time goes by so fast.
Hi, what fabulous work, and what a challenge, Janai, that we just put to you. Like, work with these kids that you've never met before with technology, and you did a great thing so well. We're gonna bring them all back into the room now. So I'm gonna ask all of the students in the studio, we have 9 students in total, to go ahead and turn on your cameras, everybody. And we can just ask a few questions, if you don't mind, a little bit about your career, maybe if they heard you say anything in today's masterclass that they'd like you to clarify. So who would like to start? Just go ahead and, all right, Nate, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Nate Edwards.
Hi, Nate.
I was wondering if you still take voice lessons.
Oh yeah. Yes, I do. It got harder, obviously. When my career took off, it was harder to see my voice teacher as regularly as I was. But now during this pandemic, it's weird, but I do virtual, lessons with him. My voice teacher is Stephen King, and he's in Texas. So, but yeah, I check in with him quite a bit just to make sure things are where it needs to be. I've gotten kind of lazy with my singing, so I need to revamp my technique and all that. So yeah, I do still study, and I still coach with my coaches as well, virtually.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, I have kind of a question along this similar vein. So we saw you do, instruct 3 of us on this masterclass. Sorry.
Okay.
What does your average practice session look like? And do you keep all these things in mind when you're practicing, and just I guess how to remember it all?
How to remember to practice and stuff. Yeah. I do. I love doing that kind of work. And, when you start when things get busy, sometimes you forget those basic things that you learn and work so hard on in school, because then, you're performing a lot. But I'm nerdy in that regard. I love research. I love figuring out, I love storytelling. I mean, that's why we're doing it, right? So anything to help me separate myself from the millions of others that sing the same repertoire, what can I bring to it? What's my take on it? How's my story and the way I deliver it going to be just a little bit different? But yeah, I stand in front of a mirror. I put my hands here just to remind myself to breathe low, because even sometimes I can start, like I was telling Samantha, when you get so into it, your breath rises up and you're like, oh no, things get tight and doesn't work. And that's when you can do some serious damage because, you know, your cords are itty bitty. So you're going to remember where the power is, and it's in your diaphragm. So everything has to be relaxed, low. And I do a lot of breath work before I even start, just to make sure I get that aligned. You want to make sure everything's just in alignment. So yeah, I try to do that as much as possible. Good question.
I'm going to just take a moment because we have some virtual audience members out there, and one of them asked a question. So Luna, who's watching us on YouTube right now, has asked, how do you sing without tension?
How do I sing without tension?
You get a minute. No.
Gosh, right. That's a good question, Luna. I think, you know, part of it is just remembering to always dial back into the breath. You know, if you feel things are tensing up, you have to stop and try to just take notice of what you're feeling in your body. Where does it feel tense? If you're feeling tense here, then that means you're not giving enough, you're holding. And so you need to relax. Sometimes I'll do this when I'm singing or speaking. If I like, if I blew it, Zeus Rosen, still support it, but I'll just over exaggerate, you know, if I'm feeling tension here. Pay attention to your soft palate. Is it feeling suppressed? Is it raised? You know, look in a mirror. Do you feel like you're tense here? Remember to just relax everything and then re-engage the breath. So it happens, you know, you tense up, and if something's feeling tight, that's when you stop and try to identify where you're feeling the tension, and then work from there. Most of the time it's a breath thing that you just need to reconnect with. The inhale and exhale.
Great. Brianna, did I see you had your hand up?
Hi, Brianna.
Okay, so hi. I have this problem a lot, so I was wondering, do you still get stage fright when you sing? And if so, how do you combat it?
Every time. I do get stage fright. How do I combat it? You know, over the years, what I found works for me a lot is meditation. I try to allow myself, if, you know, whenever my makeup call time is, I show up maybe a half hour, 45 minutes before, to just be in the space in my room before a lot of people start arriving, to meditate. Why am I there? Why do I love to sing? What am I doing? What's happening with this character? What's going on with the story? Just to remind myself why I'm doing what I'm doing. And sometimes that joy of just like, I can't wait to tell a story. I can't wait to get out there with my friends, you know, and play. It's like playing dress up with my friends, you know, for a couple hours. And you kind of forget that people are watching sometimes. I try to, you know, for me, like I pray, I meditate. Once the makeup and stuff gets going, you know, I do start to feel the nerves and the, you know, stomach bubbles and butterflies. I'm like, and people are knocking on your door like toy, 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 and all that. And then you're like, oh, crap. But right before I go back out on stage, I try to leave my dressing room, if I can, already in character, so that I don't feel like Janai is going out there. I feel like Pamina is going out, Susanna is going out there, Michaela, whoever I'm singing. I try to leave Janai a little bit back at my dressing room before going out on stage, because it's at the end, it's not about me. It's about who I'm playing and her story. And if you can try as much as you can to focus on that and take yourself out of it, it kind of relieves a lot of the pressure and anxiety and nerves that you start to feel. But like Alyssa was saying, some nerves are good because it means you care. It means you're focused and you want to do, and it's exciting. You just kind of have to play. Our heads do so many crazy mind tricks on us. You have to channel those nerves. Like, I'm excited. I can't wait to go tell this story. You know, what a great escape for 2 to 3 hours for people to just sit back and relax and hear your gift that you got. You know, you're out there for a reason, and you got to just channel into that if you can. And thank you. I love these two. Thank you. She said my earrings were nice.
I think we have time for one more question from our student.
Okay.
Who do we have? Jackie, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just wondering what your favorite role has been. So
Ooh, good question. My favorite role. Oh, that's a hard one. One of my all-time favorite roles is Liu from Turandot. It's Puccini opera, for those of you who don't know. That music, that's where the famous Nessun Dorma aria is that Pavarotti sings. So if you're not familiar with Turandot, I highly recommend that you listen to it. And the music is just glorious. I mean, it's Puccini, you can't go wrong. But she's just, I connect with her so much. She's strong. But you don't realize how strong she is until like towards the end, the things that she's willing to sacrifice for love, to protect people that she cares about. But kind, leads like with the kindness of her heart. It just so much. And she gets like two of the most glorious arias in that whole opera. It's always funny when I do it and the Turandot is like, it's no fair that you get to sing those pretty arias. But she gets like the most glorious music, and I adore her. And most recently, Susanna. It's one of the longest roles in the soprano repertoire, but she's fun. It's just so much fun. It's hilarious. I'm always singing these dramatic, sad, like, and then it's fun to just have something where it's just Susanna is just leading the way and gets to be playful, and it's fun. I enjoy her too. So, great question.
Yeah, and is there any way where we can tell the folks watching and our students too, where we can watch you do some of these roles, or things that you might have coming up, or even more apartment concerts that you might have coming up?
More apartment concerts. I don't know. This sounds so, I don't know what's on YouTube. I'm always scared to look myself up. But you might hear something on YouTube. I'll probably get more recent stuff that I just did. I have to get the permission to put it up. My website, janaibrugger.com. I have clips on there. Coming up, it's hard to tell right now, but I do, unless it's canceled, 2 roles that I'm learning is Zerlina from Don Giovanni and True Love from The Rake's Progress. 2 roles I haven't sung, so they'll be role debuts, but I'm really excited about it. I'm learning Mimi. She'll be my first Mimi coming up. So right now, until told otherwise, I'm just enjoying learning the roles, because even if I don't get to sing it when I'm scheduled, it will be happening eventually. So I'm just enjoying this time allotted to really dive in and learn about these ladies that I'm bringing to the stage. So,
Yeah, well, we can't wait to hear you sing them. I know it's going to be glorious. So thank you again so much.
My pleasure.
Janai, for being here. Absolutely wonderful for our students to hear your advice and to know you as a performer. So you now just gained an entire studio of followers. We can't wait to see what you do next. And we want to thank everyone for joining us on YouTube and on Facebook, watching us today. We'll be back on November 7th with Ryan McKinney leading the next masterclass. So,
fabulous.
Yeah, really excited to that. Everyone have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Really enjoyed working with you. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Yeah.
My pleasure. My pleasure. You guys were fantastic. Really. Alisa, it was so good to see you too.
It was great to see you too. Yeah.